Okay, so now we're going to look at limits. And I think I've already spoken to some of you with regards to looking at limits as something approaches something. But basically, the limit as x tends towards a, and a will be a number, of f of x exists if the limit as x tends towards a from the positive direction is the same as if x tends to a from the negative direction. Now, don't worry if that doesn't make sense to you at the moment. Hopefully it will do shortly. What we mean is that if you're coming from the left-hand side, that's the negative side of a, you obtain the same value as you do when approaching from the right-hand side. Then the limit exists. So let's take a look at a couple of examples here. Okay, so example 1 says for the function f of x, and this is how it's defined, and we've even drawn it for you this time, what is the limit of f of x as x tends towards the number 1? Well, if you just look purely on the graph, here's when x is 1. You can see it's right about there. And in fact, if I get out my pen, let's mark on a red dot to indicate that that's where that is at the minute. Now, if I approach that from the left, you can see that we're getting towards the value 2. If I approach it coming in from the right, we're also getting towards the value 2. So that's looking pretty good that that limit should exist. So there it is, approaching from the left, that's 1 negative. It is not the same as negative 1. It's approaching 1 from the left-hand side. Approaching from 1 from the positive or the right-hand side, we're also approaching 2. So overall, we can say that the limit of f of x at that point is 2. Now if we take a look at the limit of f of x when x tends towards 2, this is where we have these 2 dots. So instantly alarm bells should be ringing for you. As we approach coming from the left, or 1.1, 1.3, 1.9, 1.99, we're heading close to 3. We never get there, but we're heading close to 3. If, on the other hand, we're approaching from this side and we're going 2.5, 2.4, 2.1, 2.11, 2.0001, we're getting towards the number 1. So those two don't seem to be similar. And notice we're saying that the limit equals 3. In other words, we're getting towards 3. This side, we're getting towards 1. So the limit does not exist. So hopefully you've got the idea that this 1 minus and 1 positive doesn't mean positive 1, negative 1. It means approaching from the left and the right hand side.